Yes, I suppose it's not something you see very often in Skyrim, is it? Where I come from, they're very common. Valenwood, all the way to the south. What about you? Are you from here? I see. Do you know Skyrim very well? Is that so? I don't suppose you're in need of a traveling companion, are you? I could use someone to show me around this cold, unfamiliar place. I'm a very good archer too, so I could watch your back in return. What do you say? Excellent. I'm looking forward to it. My name is Auri, by the way. It's nice to meet you. Yes, yes. Yes? Let's go. What? Ask away. It is. It's called the Meat Mandate, and it's part of the Green Pact. It dictates that a fallen enemy must be eaten within 3 days of a battle. I built this pod by singing to the forest. I think I did a pretty good job, don't you? What about him? No, I don't. I have respect for him as the Lord of the Hunt, but Auri teaches that the Bosmer form is sacred. Changing our form is forbidden, except in the case of the Wild Hunt being called. A Bosmer who changes into a werewolf or similar is condemned to return to the formless ooze we were created from, breaking her connection with Auri. However, there are cults of Hercene worshippers all around Valenwood, and Hercene, like Auri, talks about the Wild Hunt. Perhaps they are, in some ways, two sides of the same coin. Hercene's cult are what we would be without Auri's guidance. Well, it's difficult to explain. The Wild Hunt is a weapon of sorts, one used only in the most dire of circumstances. As I mentioned before, we were once formless, chaotic, shape-shifting beings. Auri gifted us our sacred Bosmer form, saving us from that chaos. The Wild Hunt allows us to return to that chaos, becoming unstoppable shape-shifting god creatures. Unfortunately, it also cuts us off from Auri completely, and those who change their forms for the Wild Hunt end up tearing themselves to pieces. Once the battle is over, it's really not something that happens often. As far as I know, it's only happened 3 times in all of history. I suppose it does. But don't expect to see me turning into a liquid monstrosity. I'm happy just the way I am. How can I help? Indeed. So, you're a nightingale now. How does it feel? I'm glad to hear it. Now all you need to do is make a name for yourself as the best thief in all of Tamriel. If that's your kind of thing. Indeed. Have you always wanted to be a bard? Oh, that makes sense. You seem to know your music after all. It's very impressive. Well, VR most certainly thinks you have the talent for it. Although, it is a little weird that he hasn't asked you to perform a single time. You know, I really love music myself. I always have, ever since I was a tiny elfling. Do you think you could play something for me sometime? Oh great! I'm really looking forward to it. Yes? Yes. I wasn't sure it was even possible, but I'm happy you succeeded. I hope Kodlak is in Sovngarde now, like you wanted. About the cure, is that something you've considered as well? If you decide to go through with it, I'd love to come along and help you. You'll let me know, won't you? How can I help? Okay. Well, not necessarily. When someone is killed with a dagger, do you blame the dagger or the person wielding it? You are the dagger. It's not the most honorable path you could have chosen, but you are only doing what you've been hired to do. The real killer is the one who pays you. Maybe. Or maybe they would simply find someone else willing to do it for them. You're simply providing a paid service. That's very good, my murderous companion. What? Yes, me too. His story has given me a lot to think about. Yes, it's strange. We spend our lives chasing what we believe will complete us. Then one day, we wake up old, our life already behind us. Always feeling like we never had enough time.
You have no business. This'll be fun. Got?
We've done well. Of a tribe of weaklings? I think that's not the
What was that?
Thought I heard something.
really envy. Time to die.
This is a surprise.
Such senseless violence. I was in the process of drafting up a rescue plan, but it seems you didn't need it. It's good to see you safe.